Chapter 2.2, we're going to look at finding the errors. This is designed to help you with the assignment. Oftentimes I will use for these the most common errors that students are making. You will not get the answers, but you hopefully maybe get put in the right direction and understand why. So let's take a look at this first transaction. June 1, received cash from owner as an investment. I'm going to start off like we always do, and let's circle the nouns and underline the verbs, and we're good there. And we received cash from owner as an investment. Or received cash means cash is going to go up. Owner as an investment means our worth of the business is going to be going up there. So if you take a look at what the students submitted here, where are the errors? Well, it looks like they've got their debits and credits labeled. Looks like they have a debit and a credit there. However, they do not have their accounts names. So on this one, we need some account names. So if we move on to the next one that we're looking at here, paid cash for insurance. Again, because I like the habit of doing that, I'm going to circle the nouns and underline the verb. So we have paid cash for insurance. If you look at this transaction, first of all, they did not label the debit and credit sides that they need to of each T account. You can figure that out for yourself. The other part is, let's take a look at this transaction. Paid cash. What's happening to my cash balance in here? That's going to be going down. Insurance. What is that? Well, we paid cash. We bought it. So therefore, that is going to be going up. So if we take a look at this, and if I read this back to you the way it is on here, this T account is basically saying that we received cash. Okay? And in this side, basically it's saying we pretty much returned, loosely translated, we returned prepaid insurance. So if we read that, do we see anywhere up here that says received cash? No, we don't. Do we see anywhere up here that says we prepaid? No. So we have a little bit of a flipped identity. Give you a little hint there. As we move on to the next one, bought supplies on account. So again, I'm going to circle the nouns, bought supplies and on account. And I'm going to underline the verb. Okay? So a couple things for that one. First of all, we need to label the debits and credits. We haven't labeled those. That's why those aren't turning green. Next thing is, and I'm going to give you this hint. So if we bought supplies on account, supplies are going up. On account is also going to be going up. Remember, let's go back to when we talked about accounts payable and accounts receivable. If we buy and pay on account, that's going to be accounts payable. If we sell and receive cash on account, that's going to be accounts receivable. So if you take a look at this one, what did we do? We bought on account, and that should help you answer that. So then the way this reads is basically that supplies are increasing. However, this is basically what this is saying is a credit to accounts receivable is somehow it's saying that our accounts receivable is going down. So a little bit of a hint to help you there. That is not what is going on there. Moving on, paid cash for supplies. Again, need to label the debits and the credits. We're there. Next, paid cash for supplies. I'm going to circle, right? It's paid cash. Cash is going down. Supplies is going to be going up. If I read this back to you, this is saying that we received cash, which is not the case in this transaction. And this is basically saying, loosely translated, we returned supplies. Neither one of those are in that transaction that we listed up above. Moving on to the error number 2, same transaction, paid cash for supplies. Cash is going down, supplies are going up. Paid cash. Again, here we are. Label the debits and credits. If I were to read this back to you, this is saying that that I have received cash. Does it say up here that I received cash? No, it does not. Now, bought supplies, okay? So now this is saying that basically our supplies increased, so we're good there. However, let's take a look at this. Remember, one of the things, my debits have to always equal my credits. Do my debits equal my credits here? No, they do not. So you need to make them equal. Finally, moving on to our last one, paid cash on account. Again, I'm going to use cash. I'm going to underline my paid cash on account. Let's go back to here. Oops. Didn't make the fancy box like I was hoping it would. There it is. Okay. So if we buy or pay on account, that's accounts payable. If we sell/receive cash on account, that's accounts receivable. Just thinking about this for a second here. Okay, so making sure that's correct, paid cash. So right here, if I read this back to you, this is saying we received cash. Okay, and then this down here, a credit, is basically saying that we bought more, loosely translated, we bought more on account from All-Star. Neither one of those are in that transaction up there, so we have to realize it. And if you think about it business-wise, can we really receive cash and buy more on account in the same transaction? Pretty tough to do there. Okay, last thing that I'll just basically say, just a kind of reminder for you to help you with this. Remember my 2.5 rules. 2.5 rules for these. One is, remember, we're going to have a minimum of 2 accounts per transaction. 2, we will have a minimum of 2, I'm sorry, back up, I went ahead of myself, minimum of 1 debit and 1 credit per transaction. And 3, my debits need to always equal my credits. Hope this helps as you complete this assignment and you go back and look at your errors. Go ahead and fix the errors, and best of luck.